Hi guys, this is week 9 and we are going to be doing exponents this week. So a little background, you did the exponents obviously before and this is review. But if this was a do now on the board, I want you to try to think about what these answers are. We'll do them together. So number 1, how would you simplify this? How would you solve that? You would say 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, how about number 2? The answer is 81. How about number 3? 125. How about number 4? 64. And number 5. 7,776. All right, so today, or at the end of this week, hopefully your target would be that to be able to name the parts of an expression and evaluate exponents. So let's talk about that. A simple way of thinking of exponents and powers is basically you're doing repeated multiplication. So m times m times m could be simplified by writing m to the third power. So key terms that you should know is that this number here is called the base number, and then the number that's written as like a superscript is called the exponent. So the base number and the exponent. And just as a reminder, the definition of a factor is when 2 or more numbers are multiplied together, each number is called a factor. An exponent tells how many times a number, meaning the base, is used as a factor. So the exponent tells us how many times the base is used as a factor. Power is the number that's expressed using a base and an exponent. So sometimes we might say 4 to the power of 3. Okay, looking at this problem, as we said, 4 to the power of 3, it's really like saying 4 times 4, get that answer, and then multiply that answer by 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, and then 16 times 4 would be 64. All right, so let's try this. So for letter A, solve 4 to the 4th power. I'm going to give you a minute. So the answer is 4, if you wrote that out, is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, and the answer would be 256. Okay, letter B, 7 to the 3rd power. You're going to use 7 as the factor 3 times. So 7 times 7 times 7, and what is your answer? 343. 19's easier. It's just 19 to the 1st power. So you're going to use 19 as the factor 1 time, and therefore you're going to get the answer of 19. Okay, hopefully this is fresh in your mind and you remember this. Okay, let's try some of these problems. 4 to the 3rd power. 7 to the 2nd power. Use 7 as the factor 2 times. So that's 7 times 7. 2 to the 7th power. So 2 is the factor 7 times. 3 to the 5th power. You're going to use 3 as the factor 5 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And the answer is 243. 10 to the 6th power. You're going to use 10 as the factor 6 times. That one's a little simpler. All you have to do is it's 10 to the 6th power is just make sure that there are 6 zeros. And 17 to the 1st power, so 17 as a factor just 1 time. How to do the assignment for this week. This is called a magic square puzzle. I'm going to do one of the problems for you just to kind of show you what you're doing. But for a magic square, if you've never done this before, you're basically going to move each card over into one of these 4x4 puzzle pieces. and make a match. So meaning the sides have to, the answers and the questions need to match up. So let me give you an example. First of all, you can see how there's no number here. So this means this card is going to go either here. Actually, it's probably going to go right here because I know that because there's no answer here and there's no answer here. So it's sort of like an edge. So that helps us a little bit. And then I'm going to look at some other ones. Let's try, oh, here we go. We have 5 to the 4th power right here. Okay, so what would that be? 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. The answer is 625. So I find this piece here, it says 625. And also you notice that the bottom edge doesn't have an answer, which makes sense. That should be a bottom piece. So that's going to go there. And so I know 625 is 5 to the 5th power. So I'm going to look up here. This one says, I believe that says 7 to the 5th power. So you need to solve what is 7 to the 5th power. Then you're going to look on these cards to figure out which one it is and then move it over so that the answer to 7 to the 5th power matches right here. I hope that makes sense. So that's what you're going to do. I'm just going to move the pieces back and I'll post that answer later in the week, at the end of the week. There's 2 puzzles, so try them both. And good luck. Hopefully you like that.